Hello, my name is Amy May. I'm the UCS K-12 Art Department System-Wide Co-Chair and an art teacher at Henry Ford II High School. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'd like to take just a few minutes to familiarize you with our wonderful art department. UCS students have the opportunity to take art from kindergarten all the way through their senior year in high school. We have three main pathways for students to explore. Our digital pathway includes filmmaking, multimedia, and photography. The drawing and painting pathway explores printmaking, drawing, design, and painting, while our sculpture pathway works with ceramics, fibers, sculpture, and jewelry. In just a few minutes, teachers from across the district are going to talk to you about a variety of art courses that you can take. After you've finished watching this video, please take a moment to stop by our Fine Arts Department booth. Here you'll find handouts that will go over course descriptions for all of the junior high and high school art classes, as well as flowcharts describing the pathways in art. Also, you'll find a handout discussing many of the different art careers, as well as a handout that will explain reasons why one should take art classes. I really look forward to seeing you and being able to answer any of your questions, and hopefully seeing you in an art class. Take care and have a good evening.
Hi, I'm Josephine Braun. I'm a teacher over at Eisenhower High School and also part of the UCS Virtual Academy. One of my many courses that I teach in the district offers to high school students in art is filmmaking and advanced filmmaking. It can be taken anytime in high school. If you've taken photo and film in junior high and you have an art teacher recommendation, you can take it. Or once you've taken the prerequisite of multimedia, which is part of the introduction to your digital media world in high school. In all of our courses, students have access to the Adobe Cloud and industry standard software. In filmmaking and in advanced film, students will work with applications such as Adobe Premiere, Animation, After Effects, and even Audition. Our comprehensive curriculum entails real-world projects and application that goes beyond state requirements and meeting national standards. Our filmmaking students learn and they gain confidence in pre-production, production, and post-production responsibilities. They will be storytelling, script writing, videotaping, and editing their own work. By their second year, students will have created several completed pieces for a portfolio, which can be used for college credit and/or for applying for scholarships. Students additionally have opportunities to compete at the regional and national levels and can be part of professional communities such as DAFT and MIPA, as well as being involved with paid internships if they're serious. College recruiters visit our schools and meet with our students early on so that they know what to expect. Full Sail of Florida, Savannah College of Art and Design of Georgia, Columbia College of Chicago, College for Creative Studies right in our backyard, Detroit, or Grand Valley State University of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and in Troy we have our Motion Picture Institute. These are just a few that recognize our film students as being college ready. Our graduates, after college and post-secondary training, have gone on to careers such as news broadcasting, sports editing, managing TV networks, doing sound design for music and film, and working for Netflix, producing and owning successful businesses with the skills that started right here. We began in the classroom.
Hello there, my name is Patty Fields and I teach at Stevenson High School. I've been teaching at Stevenson High School for 24 years. This year, currently, I teach Art Foundations, Drawing and Painting 1, Drawing and Painting 2, Portfolio Prep, and AP 2D Design and AP Drawing. So today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about drawing and painting. So there are 2 semesters to drawing and painting 1 and drawing and painting 2. Basically, in those classes, you learn a lot about drawing and painting, as you may have guessed. The prerequisite for the class is art foundations. And so drawing and painting, we kind of think of that as a second year art class. So what you're doing is you're building upon the skills that you learned in art foundations. So you're taking those basic drawing and painting skills, like basic shading, basic color mixing, how to use different media like colored pencils and graphite and watercolor maybe, and you're taking those basic skills and you're able to do more advanced projects. So for example, right now in my drawing and painting 2 class, my students learned about surrealism. And so they get to choose for their project a drawing medium. They get to pick which one they want to use, graphite, colored pencil, pen and ink. And then they get to choose the subject they want to do. It just has to be in a surrealist style. So we're learning about different art styles from art history, and you're taking those basic skills, like let's say that you learned in art foundations, like shading with graphite, and you're applying them to a more advanced project. So you're getting to do things that are a little more challenging. You're also getting to use your own input more into your projects. So you have more of your own imagination, you're more of your own creativity, more of your own voice and style in your projects in the more advanced classes. Okay, so also in drawing and painting, you have some opportunities to enter some art contests like Scholastics, which is a nationally recognized high school art contest. Also, we do some on the local level, like for the Anton Art Center in Mount Clemens. We also have one, of course, you've probably heard of, the wildly successful Utica Community Schools art show that we do every year as well. So there's opportunities to enter lots of art contests, lots of art shows. And depending on what school you go to, most of the schools I think have art clubs and also National Art Honor Society, which is just an honor society for art students. So there's some other opportunities that come with also joining a more advanced art class. So also some careers. In art, there's a lot of careers that you can go into the creative visual art field. One of the misconceptions is that there's not a lot of paycheck jobs that you can get doing art and you're going to be a starving artist, which is not the case. I have many former students who have gone on to be illustrators for major publications. I've had students go on to be video game designers. I've had students go on to be product designers. So there's just a multitude of careers that you can go into in the visual arts. And if that's something that you're interested in, that would be a great pathway for you to explore. So thank you and have a great day.
Hello, my name is Nancy Jure. I am one of the art teachers at Eisenhower High School. One of the many courses I teach and that the district offers to high school students in art is sculpture. It can be taken anytime in high school after you have taken art foundations as the prerequisite. Art foundations will then serve as your introduction to the three-dimensional world. So for sculpture, it is a semester course, and we offer 2 different classes for sculpture. So we offer Sculpture 1 and Sculpture 2, which they do not have to be taken in order. You can take them out of sequence, and you can take one and still move on. So these courses, Sculpture 1 and Sculpture 2, focus on building things, working with your hands, working within the three-dimensional world, and activating space. So students taking Sculpture 1 and or 2 will explore a variety of sculptural processes, materials, and techniques, such as carving, modeling, casting, assembling, etc. Possible sculptural applications could be fiber design, jewelry design, ceramics, etc. Materials for sculpture classes could vary from plaster to clay to paper. The next course that would be in that sculptural pathway, that three-dimensional pathway, would be portfolio prep, which is a full year course. So here students will begin to personalize their art, and further develop skills learned in Sculpture 1 and Sculpture 2. The goal for this course is analyzing and revising their creations. So students will be experimenting, investigating, analyzing, revising skills and techniques already learned. This course will get you ready for the AP Art and Design 3D, which would then act as the capstone course for the three-dimensional pathway. AP 3D is a year of sustained investigation to a personal inquiry that each student will decide and develop on their own. So students will be investigating, continuing to experiment, and creating synthesis between their materials, their process, and their ideations. So this class is the course for the student that is ready to take control of their art education and work simultaneously with the teacher to develop a robust and sophisticated college-ready portfolio. Our graduates after college or post-secondary training have gone on to many careers. To name a few, jewelry designers, fashion marketing, fashion merchandising and design, automotive design, automotive modeling, product design, furniture design, forensic science, medical illustration, and many more. We appreciate your time. Thank you for listening, and we hope to see you in class.
Hi, my name is Joshua Etheridge. I am the art teacher at Utica High School and also Stevenson High School. There's actually several art teachers at each school. The courses that I teach specifically in regards to these two schools are photography primarily and also multimedia. So the first thing I want to do is I want to talk to you about photography. So there are two different options for photography. If you take the first course, that's Photography 1, that is a year-long course. And with that type of course, what we offer training in composition, understanding, what makes a good photo, what's different, from using an actual camera versus just grabbing your cell phone or something like that. I teach different functions with the students, ISO levels, aperture levels, shutter speed, things like that to get the best possible image that you can get for your composition. Another thing that we focus on significantly is creativity. What's the process behind brainstorming out what makes a good photo and what makes a good composition? We have awesome computers that we get to work with. They're Macs, 27-inch Macs desktops. They come equipped with the full Adobe suite. The programs that you would be learning if you took the photography course would be Lightroom would be the first one, and that basically teaches you a series of filters and things like that, a way to do mass edits to your photos. Beyond that, we move into Photoshop, and that ranges from anything on the smaller end of just editing exposure or saturation levels, things like that, to a wide range of just trick photography, levitation photos, and things like that. Different types of photos that we do in photography. We work on portraiture. We do units on portraiture, both formal and informal portraiture. Landscape photography is another element, both nature landscape and then also getting into cityscapes and things like that. Photojournalism is an aspect that we focus on as well, capturing moments, events, things like that. Macro photography is very zoomed in photos, flowers, bugs, plants, things like that, or even inanimate objects, screws and bolts, and creating interesting compositions based on the principles of art and the elements of design. Another element that my students really enjoy doing is light painting, and that's basically the process where you slow down that camera shutter speed and you can actually take a glow stick or a sparkler or something like that and you can paint with light, and it snaps and captures all that light movement across the screen. So that's just a few things that we do in photography. It gets fairly in depth. It's usually a lot of fun. Students have a blast working on that stuff and you learn a lot of really cool stuff. Now moving into the next one, we've got multimedia. So multimedia deals with graphic design, short filmmaking, a small element of photography, and stop motion animation, and also documentary style photography as well as cinematography. So basically you get an entire splashing of all the different kind of genres of the different types of cinematography, graphic arts, and photography. The programs you would use with that would be Premiere Pro, and that's for video making. You would also use Photoshop and Lightroom and various other programs as well in the Adobe Suite. So just kind of touching base about, what's the purpose? Why would we learn photography, or why would we learn multimedia? Where could we take this as a marketable skill? Jobs, lots of jobs out there. It's a huge market in the art world. I just kind of picked 3 from each category. So the first one would be a freelance photographer. That would be where you would go off, maybe you would do modeling photo shoots or senior photo shoots, or even, photo shooting somebody's business or company, doing advertisement photography. Another one would be fashion photography. I've actually had a couple students that graduated and went on to CCS, and they do fashion photography and they love it. Make good money, and they do something they're very passionate about. Another thing is something that's near and dear to my heart is wedding and event photography. I do a lot of weddings. I love weddings. It's a great experience. It's exciting. It's kind of photojournalistic. And it's an opportunity to make some very, very good money doing something that you're passionate about. So moving over to multimedia, multimedia's got a wide range of things as well. Anywhere from graphic designing, logo making and editing and things like that, to being a cinematographer. How do you hold a camera? Let's take this and make videos and things like that for a movie. You could also do the editing aspect of it, which would be film editing and things like that. So those are just 3 things for each category that you can focus on. I can promise you there's a heck of a lot more out there. It is a huge job market. If you have any questions, feel free to contact someone from your art department. Any teacher would be happy to speak with you about it, myself included.